Wowhead has determined the tier set for the Ghosts of Karesh, the future patch. And this is one of my favorite videos to watch from other content creators, so I decided this time I'm doing mine. So let's rate all those tier sets. Hi everyone, welcome for this new video. I'm Elloa, content creator on Twitch and YouTube, and a World of Warcraft player since the release of the game. One of my favorite videos that Paladin and Evoker are doing is their rating about the tier set. And today I'm very excited to do my video before to watch theirs, so after that I can compare my opinion with theirs without being influenced. So let's have fun with this video. Alright, let's get started. So I do believe that it starts to get difficult to imagine good warrior sets that are different and original. I really don't like this one. So I imagine those things going out of the helm will just be chains that are moving when you're walking around, so they're not standing straight like that, unless they are. no, they are not. So we need to imagine that it will just dangle around, but it's so aggressive, so spiky. I guess it makes sense. You have nice little detail. I like the chainmail below everything. It's kind of like, what style is that? Is it earthen? Like very aggressive earthen? Is it iron hordes? Is it like you cannot even see where the inspiration comes from? No, and the cloak, which is just like a, this look like a tank, like the machine tank, carapace. I don't even know the word in English to describe that, but yeah, I mean there's some idea behind that, but is it working? Maybe it's worked for some people. It's not ugly, but I just don't like it. And like here, the colors, no, that doesn't work at all. I'm sorry, but that's not working. That's just ridiculous. No, you don't put purple like this on something like that. It just looks like a toy or something. This is bizarre. I mean, no. And here you have the fell version. It seems like a Torghast creature. I don't know. I mean, maybe a haunted armor that's walking by itself, and that will be the PvP set. And that one looked the nicest actually. This color looked kind of cool. Like with those color palettes, the set is almost looking nice. But I still don't change my mind. Yeah, I don't really like it. I'm going to give it a 6. This is the Deathknight set, which is themed around the bats, which is not a bad idea, to be very honest. It's different than Skull and Bones. And this is the thing, I'm not really fond of the Deathknight aesthetic usually. I'm not playing a Deathknight as well. It makes sense that, you know, a Deathknight have bones and skulls and all that kind of things, but it's cool to see something different. Now, that being said, I am not extremely fond of the set itself, in the sense where it feels like a little bit overdone, like you have too much elements. It's a little bit busy with all those little spikes and everything. I think it has been less busy, with more clean line. Maybe it will have been more interesting. I like the ideas of the shoulder pad. I think the shoulders are really cool, and the helmet goes with it, but it's everything else. Some color palettes are working a lot better with that set, and I think this one is really good. It looks really great. Yeah, the purple one is maybe a little bit too lilac, you know, not dark enough, not voidy enough. And yeah, that one is nasty. So I think those one are the PvP sets. Red makes sense. Like, I think that will be probably the one that will be the most successful for a Deathknight inspired from a vampire style, you know? Like, that's really the color you will expect. Maybe a little darker for the rest of the armor. And this one is pretty cool as well. So my rating for the Deathknight, I will say 7 because it's original, considering the thematic. It's pretty well done. It's a little bit too busy, but overall a good effort, yes. Alright, so Priest is my main class, and I'm very divided about this set. There's something about it that I really love, this kind of almost Venetian carnival costume style, with this shape of moon and the halo, and it's almost oriental as well. Like you have like a very different vibe than the usual angelic or you know, like crusader style that you have for priests, and it's very interesting. But what I don't like at all, and that's ruined the set for me, is those aggressive spike. Why? Like, you will imagine the set without the aggressive spike, so just the volute, just the round shoulder pad. It will have given this very oriental inspired fairy vibe. It would have been so beautiful. Like the motif of the dress is nice, but here you have all this aggressivity. This is so bizarre. I mean, I don't know what went into the mind of that artist to have such a kind of contrast between this elegance of the motif on the dress, almost art deco, really beautiful, and then you have all those spikes, this aggressivity, like almost like manicle on the arms like that. It feels like the set would have been so beautiful and it has been ruined. The colors are beautiful, the aesthetic in general, look at that. That's nice. That's very beautiful. Maybe that's what it was about. This set was imagined more from a voidy point of view than a priesty point of view, and so that's why you have this aggressivity, but it would have been so much nicer without the spike, in my opinion, because everything else is beautiful. This is so celestial, very mysterious, like I say, a little bit Arabian Night style. What's nice is that it's different. It has a different vibe than what you find usually, so quite interesting. So because I'm very divided for this set, there's some aspects that I find really beautiful and some that I find a lot less beautiful. I really like the voidy surrounding here. I will give it 7. I like and appreciate the fact that they try to give Hunter different choices, and it's not always kind of tribal or, I don't know, very nature, very fur based. So this is cool, but I don't really like it. I think it's give a very mage style. It's probably because it's purple too, right? But what I don't like is the triangle shape that you have on top of the hood and on the shoulder. It gave a kind of bizarre triangular silhouette, at last on a human. But I bet that on an orc it will look a lot worse. For example, an orc or a tauren, it will look like they fly away with those shoulder pads. The shoulder pad would have been so much better if they had been much more discreet, much more smaller, because I do believe that the chest piece and the pants, the boot and the gloves are really looking fantastic. For example, I really like the detail that you have on the side of the chest piece I think that look really nice. The belt is really cool, it's elegant, work well with the rest of the set, and you have this little feather that remind a little bit of the wilderness of the hunter. So you could see like it's a noble hunter from a noble house. It look really cool. But then the heads is not nice and the shoulder part are too big. From the back it looked more okay than from the front. So yes, I think I like some ideas of that set, and then there's some other aspect that I don't like. It might look much better on a female character than on a male character, and it would probably look terrible on Orc and Tauren and Draenei male. The different colors are really nice. This is very cool. So without the shoulder pad and the head, I would love that set. I think it's an elegant set, it's pretty cool, even the cloak is nice. The blue color pretty cool as well. The white one or the silver one is quite interesting. I think I like it as well. And I don't think Hunter do have a lot of those type of colors, so it might be interesting to have that to mix up with other pieces. And that's the PvP one, red, and then green. The green one is looking really cool. That's really perfect for a Hunter. I mean, that's very nice. So Hunter set, overall I think there's a lot of elegance. It's nice to see something different for the Hunter. I think the chest piece and the pants are really beautiful. Gloves and boots interesting as well. I don't like the shoulder pads and I don't like the helm. I think this triangular thing that maybe try to remind of a feather is too much. It's not nice, it's too aggressive. But anything else, I like it. So I will give it a 7 just for that reason. Alright, here we have a monk set which is a little bit less Asian style while still holding its general vibe with the rope, with the martial artist style. And then again, it's the type of set where the shoulder part are too big. And the gloves here are very big as well. I mean, without the shoulder pad and without the glove, that set will be absolutely amazing. So I would love to have sometimes more simple pieces, but that's just my wish. Other than that, so you just imagine this set with not those big like shield on the shoulders and on the gloves, which makes sense when you think about it, because if you're a martial artist you might want to have something shieldy on your forearm, so it makes sense. It's not like it's stupid, but I don't really like it. However, what I very much like is the asymmetry of the shoulder pad. On one side you have this kind of drape that goes down from the shoulder. I think that's really nice, and to have some asymmetry in the shoulder pad is a great idea and I love it. And you can see the details in the front as well, so you really have this kind of a little drape that you can guess the front and then see at the back. So that's a brilliant idea. Overall, I like everything else. I like the kind of leather bandage style for the arms, and that you find a little bit also in the boots. It worked well for a monk. I think the chest piece and the pants are, you know, very simple, very practical. I like that style. I like the neck style as well. That goes together with the belt, and even the mask that you have in front with this kind of jaw of a monster. It worked well overall, and I guess that you can remove some of those pieces to keep only some of them, and it will work very nicely. You can do a very nice transmog with that. I really like the feet too. I think the feet are cool. Very nice different color palette as well. This is quite interesting with the dark gray with this beautiful blood red. I think that's very nice. It worked really nicely to give a different vibe. Those colors are fantastic as well. That's pretty fun because the shoulder pad and the gloves give almost this arty style. So this is quite interesting as a mix, because the chest piece and the pant look very much Asian style with the little volute and the rope and, you know, everything. And then you have almost this arty shield on your shoulder and on your gloves. That's quite interesting, actually. Here you have a dark version, very nice as well, for a more sneaky monk. And that's the PvP one. Beautiful red. I like it. That's not flashy or aggressive. It's pretty harmonious and quiet for a red set. Really nice. And then you have this dark gray one. Beautiful. I was being picky at first, but after seeing all of the different color shade and color palette that you have, I'm much more happy with it. So I will give it 7.5. Alright, this is a rogue set, and I think it's nice because it's simple. I like the simplicity of it. Now there's nothing that really stands out, maybe because of the simplicity of it. That being said, you have some details that are worth of attention. First, you have those little fioles that are hanging on the belt, on the chest piece, which I think are very interesting. You have also those smoke effects that come out from the shoulder pads and the helm, really giving this cloud of discretion. And it looked like nunchaku that you have on the belt and on the... You could imagine him taking off that part of the gloves and then throwing them as a weapon. Then again, I'm not convinced about the shoulder pads that are a little bit too big. Imagine that on a Tauren would be terrible. But other than that, I think it's a very nice, discreet rogue team, very fitting set. You can imagine a lot of story around it, so it feels very nice for the class fantasy. And the simplicity is really cool as well, because you could maybe combine it with some other element from some other set and build for yourself something very unique and nice. So the cloak is a little less interesting. Why do you have this metallic part in it? It would have been better maybe with just a simple cloak, like even a bit damaged or something. More floaty, more neutral, not as prepared. But beside that, it's really good. Like, the very dark set work really nicely for this. I think it's a really solid set for a rogue. That one is a little bit more fancy, and the color palette is maybe too bright, but it works as well. It can give you a different option, maybe a little bit more based on the poison style of the class. Yeah, the PvP set all red and green or all white, and the white one is really beautiful. It's very elegant. I like it. But my favorite is certainly the very dark and the first one. It worked really nicely. This one in particular look really good. So, my opinion for this set, well, I think I'm going to give it a 8. Yes. I will be very honest with you, Evoker has been released during an expansion I only played at the very end, so I'm not really familiar with that class. I don't even know if they are wearing mail or leather. I imagine it's mail. In any case, this is a pretty nice set. Like, it respects the dragon theme. It gives this idea of magic, dragonic magic. So I do believe that this is perfectly in the vibe, in the thematic. And it's harmonious, it's elegant, it's yeah, it's beautiful. There's nothing disagreeable or unpleasant to say about this set. The only thing that I like less in general, it's the metallic part that sometimes feel pretty aggressive, but here it's just worked nicely. It's a bit aggressive, a little bit pointy, but at the same time it's elegant, it's fluid, it's harmonious, it's well balanced. You have a nice distribution of volume through the silhouettes. The gloves are really cool. Look at this. I think it's very, very nice. So overall, I think it's a very beautiful set. Let's see the other color. Like, yeah, that's very nice. The purple one, it's very beautiful. All right, they both look really nice. And here we can see the orbs that were not showing up very well in the first page. So in addition, you do have some spell effect that will showcase some orbs above the shoulder. Pretty nice. And the cloak is also have a very nice design, so really beautiful. That's a very nice fiery dragon. And here we can see them looking on the Draktyr itself. So you don't have much left from the set, unfortunately. But the shoulder part are looking nice, and I do believe that's what they need to do for the Evoker set, is to ensure that you will have some very nice shoulder pad, because that's the only thing left you will have on your Draktyr. Alright, so that's the PvP one, very red, that seems to be very fitting this season. And the emerald one, beautiful. I mean, the red and the green one are very desirable if you are role playing your Draktyr with a particular aspect in mind. Overall, I think it's a beautiful set. It worked really well for the Evoker class. I will give it a 8. Yes, again, maybe I'm generous, I don't know. But this is a 8. Demon Hunter, this is another class I'm not playing, and another thematic I'm not particularly interested by. I'm not really into demon things, you know, those aesthetic let me a little bit cold. But I must confess that this is very much Demon Hunter-y. Yeah, I mean, we are right into the thematic. That being said, those shoulders are too much. The helm is really cool. The colors choice is pretty good. Like the chest piece is nice. The pants is nice as well. The boots are okay and the gloves are okay, I guess. It looks a little bit slimy, but why not? But the shoulder pad, I mean, while it balances with the helmet, to be honest, it just feels a bit much. I would like to see sometimes more discreet shoulder pad, please. Sometimes. I really like this color shade. That doesn't make Demon... Like, this is look more like a Druid style set too. This is amazing how the color palette changed the vibe immediately. You see the difference between this very nasty, toxic Demon Hunter stuff? Like, this is fell. That's right, fell. And this one that looks so much more nature style, autumn-like. I mean, I really like it. For me, those colors are so much... They're less in theme, but they're so much more beautiful. The shoulder pads look almost like roots or vine. It does not look like demonic horn anymore. This is so bizarre and interesting. That looks pretty sick. I mean, I think this is a good set, to be very honest with you. More that I'm looking at it, more I think, yeah, if I was playing a Demon Hunter, maybe I would love that. That's really nice as well. Now, okay, this set is sick. This set is really nice. Okay, fine. Good job, Blizzard. Alright, that's the red one for PvP. It's very violent, very ragey, but it worked well. Why do you have some green here on the side? That doesn't look nice. No, that's a mistake, in my opinion. And that one, really nice color shade as well. Very cool. So overall, my opinion is that this set look really well in the thematic of the Demon Hunter. Depending of the color shade, it will be more or less cheesy, but it's quite interesting, and with certain color palette it's even beautiful. So I will give a good 8 for this set. Yes, this set deserves 8. Alright, so Warlock is like Deathknight and Demon Hunter. It's not my favorite thematic overall. That being said, the Season 1 Warlock set was probably one of the best set ever created across the whole game in all classes. But this one, at first glance, it look really, really nice. I love the eye. I mean, that's fantastic. Those horns are maybe a little bit much. But it's kind of balanced with the over-the-top shoulder pads. But the eyes, like, what a great idea. It looked fantastic. You have the eyes in the front, on the side, and in the back. It's look really cool. And everything else worked together with that set. So you really have this predominance of the helm and the shoulder pad. And the helm, what I really like, it's this kind of like a dark portal in the middle. It's quite mysterious, so it kind of worked well. So while I don't like over-the-top shoulders and helm, here it balances itself out and it worked really nicely. And everything else in the silhouette is more discreet. So maybe I would love it a little less metallic and a little less spiky in general. But, you know, it worked really nicely. Look at that. That's look really cool. Those colors work even better than this one, which is a little bit dirty and tuned down. Here you have it very bright with this dark portal in the face, and you have those eyes on the side, like really looking at you. I bet they are moving as well. So and everything else, which is discreet, like everything else is discreet, and you just have those accents that are very bright. So I think that worked really nicely. It's a brilliant set. Look at that voidy thing. It's really good. It's very nice. It worked really well. So even that one is working nicely. It's a little bit more discreet, but still very mysterious. And the eyes are very bright. That's perfect. That's the Warlock colors. So this is really good. You have this green portal, all of the purple, and the blue-green eyes. Really, really nice. And that will be the PvP set, all red. And, oh, but do you have a book? Oh, I just noticed you have a book with an eye as well. Oh, even the book have an eye. Oh, this is really cool. I think it's a very good Warlock set. One. Those colors are perfect. This is so Warlock. Really good, but this is very nice as well. Very fell. So good job. I will give it a 9. Druid. I usually always love the Druid set. I think overall, across the whole history of World of Warcraft, the Druid set are probably the best set in general. I'm also playing a Druid, so I'm very interested by that one. And immediately, I love the idea of finally doing a Druidic set that fits a little bit better Tauren or even Troll. That being said, that this is very Tauren style, but it will work very well with a Troll Druid as well. So thanks to do and to honor the style of other races and not just Night Elf, etc., etc. So we get away from the classic Druid that we usually have with the leaves and the roots, and it's really nice. But this is really, really cool. So I love it. So this is already a good point for me. Now let's speak about the set in itself. The headpiece is absolutely awesome and it works really well with the shoulder pad. The shoulder pads are always a little bit big, like usual, and on a Tauren they will be immense, but they're nice. They have nice element. It's not overdone. It's pretty discreet. You have the little rope with the bones and then the rune. You have a bit of fur, you have a bit of feather. It's not too much, it's well balanced. I really like the skirt on top of the pants, and the boots are really nice. This does give some tribal style that I think will work wonder on some race. It's very interesting, and it will probably work well mixing up with some other pieces from other sets as well, so you can create something unique. And let's take a moment to admire the cloak. I usually don't like cloak in World of Warcraft, but this cloak is really nice. Alright, let's see the other color shades. It worked well with anything, I think. It's really nice as well. Here we have some blue and red. Like here you have purple. Yeah, the feather look awesome on this set in particular. Really nice. And here you can really see also the kind of mystical mist coming out from the rune. It look awesome. Very nice as well. Here blue and yellow. The PvP sets look awesome. This is very nice warm color. It's not like flashy red. It's burgundy and emerald. Looks really nice. And this one as well. So overall, this is a very solid set, and I really like the effort of trying to make something that is not obviously night elf or nature directly, like leaves and tree. It's something a little bit different. So that's a 9.5 for me. Like, good job. I love it. Look at this beautiful shaman set. So the shaman set I find are often a hit or miss. This one is a hit for sure. It looks so shamanic, it's so respecting the fantasy, and it looks really nice. On top of that, not only it looks nice on its own like this, but I'm pretty sure that all those different pieces will work very well with some other pieces from some other shaman set, making it so that you have a lot of choice to compose yourself a very shamanic, tribal, style of outfit. I love the helm. I think the helm is perfect. The wolf heads look fierce, like it look at you directly in the eyes, and with this flame tail. I think that will be the spell effect, so it will probably be looking super cool. Usually I'm not happy with large shoulder pad, but here it worked just well. You have this rune and then the claw effect. Like overall I think the silhouette is well balanced. It's probably going to be over the top on orc male, tauren male, draenei male, but it might be interesting. It might give a very interesting look anyway. The gloves, the boots, the pants, the cloak, everything is looking so nice. It's so harmonious. It works so well together. And it's not over the top, because very often sets can be over the top. This one is not. It's well balanced. It's kind of, yeah, harmonious. So good job with that. Let's see the other color. Okay, here you have your thunder claw, the frost wolf style. It worked really nicely. Maybe the blue color is a little bit too bright, but it worked with the electrical thunder style. Interesting. Here you really have your horde style with a lot of reds and orange. That's more like your lava burst style of shaman. I guess it worked. Lava bursts, lightning bolts, and here you have your more grounded, down to earth. I think that's my favorite color palette for this set. Oh, I really like this color palette as well, with the teal color and the brown. This work really nicely. It's a very beautiful set. One of the best of the series, in my opinion. And then, oh, the dark frost one. Oh, that one looked really nice as well. I prefer that one than this one, actually. Yeah, that's nice how you have so much choice. And here you have your dark wolf. That's worked really nicely. This is a beautiful PvP shaman set. Yes, I'm really enthralled with that set. I think it's fantastic. It's a very, very beautiful shaman set. You can combine it with other set pieces. It will look beautiful. The headpiece is fantastic. And everything else is harmonious, beautiful, work well together, work in the thematic. I like the shoulder pads with the runes and with the claw. It's just a really, really good set. I will give it a 9.5. Look at this. This is the mage set, and the mage set are very often absolutely fantastic, and this one make no exception. Look at this. This is really good. I think the hat is perfect. Did we had a set with a mage hat, like a proper mage hat? This one is, I mean, look at that. The little feather, the feathery lighty effect on the bottom of the hat, then the tail of the hat, it's almost like the hat is going to transform itself into a bird. And then you have all this feather thematic all around, on the belt, on the shoulder pad, on the chest. It's look really awesome, even on the back in the cloak. I think that set looks sick. It's probably one of the best mage set ever. Look at that. Let's see the other color. Here we have the classic purple Dalaran style. It looks fantastic, very much on theme. This is for a frost mage, probably, too. The first one is very frosty as well. It's nice to see different style of blue, meaning that you can really mix up with other pieces of set and do your own look with that. Okay. So now let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this set. It worked really nicely on a male human, the most generic silhouette you can have. Now imagine this on a gnome, a dwarf, or a goblin, or a vulpera. On small race, this will look awesome because the hat will take so much more space, the shoulder pad will be much smaller, and you will have this little silhouette. It will be perfect on small race. Like, I want to make a gnome mage just to wear that set. I mean, come on, look at this. Oh my god, these colors are absolutely perfect. This is beautiful. This dark indigo and the purple are wonderful. Very nice. So that's the PvP ones, very fiery, very phonic style. And here you have a fell. So, okay, you have a corrupted mage. I think that's quite interesting to have this style of color for a mage, because that's usually what you will see for a warlock or a demon hunter. But it's worked very nicely. It also reminds a little bit more of the blood elf style of colors as well. So very, very nice overall. This set has a solid 9.5 because perfection does not exist. So 9.5, beautiful. All right, this is Paladin, and I must say I'm in love. I think this is such a brilliant idea to base a set about the horse. I mean, the horse is so important for a paladin that finally a set that is honoring the horse. This gives such beautiful knight vibe. Look at this. The shoulder pad, the helm, which is perfect, and this long cloak style with those big boots. I mean, usually I'm criticizing the heavy shoulder pads, but here it works just very well. So of course this is very thematic of a human paladin, and it might work less for a Draenei or a Tauren, especially the shoulder pad that will look gigantic. But for a human paladin, and even maybe a blood elf paladin, this looks so good. It is so perfect. Probably one of my favorite paladin set ever. I think it's a brilliant idea. Like, even the way the metal is working on the chest and on the shoulder, it has those kind of volutes. It feels a little bit like a carousel style to honor the horse, and it works so well for a paladin. It works so well for a knight style of outfit. I think this set is absolutely fantastic. I love it, and those colors are working so beautifully. Let's see the other color. That's quite interesting. I mean, I like it less, but it works as well. and it's different. This is very beautiful. So you have your Dark Knight. You can imagine this guy at the tournaments riding his horse and being the Dark Knight, you know. It's really nice. And that's very beautiful. That will work really nicely for a Blood Elf, of course. Those are the perfect colors for Blood Elf. So this is really cool because you do have two sets that will work for the Horde and Alliance. So you can really have this kind of affiliation to your own faction as well. That's what I mean. You have the Dark Knight, then you have the White Knight. I mean, this is so beautiful. I mean, that's really gorgeous, perfect. Like, suddenly the horse become a unicorn, and it has an angelic aspect while not having a single feather. I mean, this is really nice, really beautiful. Here you have the set for the PvP side, very dark reds. I think it's nice that it's not flashy reds. Alright, so the white is also PvP. Oh my god, if I was a paladin, I will have to do PvP just for that. Because that set is just insanely good. Alright, so as you can see, you can realize by now, I am extremely fond of that set. I think it's probably one of the best sets that Blizzard has created, specifically for the Paladin, but in general. So I will give it a 9.9, because perfection does not exist. But this is a very solid 9.9. The grand winner for me is, of course, the Paladin set. I think it's probably one of the best sets that World of Warcraft created. In general, it's beautiful. And overall, I do believe that this is a very good season when it comes to the class set. Each class fantasy is well respected, sometimes more successfully than other, but in general you really explore an aspect of a class. And even if you don't like the whole set in itself, that are generally and across the board quite interesting, there is some elements that will be working very well with some other pieces, so you can create a very unique look that will stand out immediately as your class. And I think they did a really good job on that regard. I also appreciate the fact that a lot of the pieces and the elements are a little bit more simple than it used to be at some point in World of Warcraft. Not everything is over the top. I also appreciate the effort into making some class stand out a little bit in terms of the races that are representing, like the Druid set. This is really nice to see a Druid set that clearly match well a Tauren or a High Mountain Tauren. And this is something that I really wish World of Warcraft will do more, specifically for the classes that are usually very typically associated with one race in particular. For example, Paladin and Human. Let's do something more tribal for the Paladin set next time to work well with a Tauren or with a Zandalar Paladin. Let's maybe do a more Draenei style for the Shaman, or more Dwarf style for the Shaman. Not always the tribal aspects of the Shaman that work really nice with the Orc and the Troll. So I think like honoring some other races would be really cool, like they did this time for the Druid. But let's imagine an Orc Mage instead of a Human or a Gnome Mage. Let's imagine I don't know, how you could illustrate some classes from the perspective of another race that is more rarely represented. I think that would be really interesting for the future of the set in World of Warcraft. Now, very important question. What do you think of this series of tier sets? Which one is your favorite? Which one is the one you dislike the most? And is your current class have a set that you like? Will you wear it? Let me know in the comment below everything about your opinion regarding the tier set. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you will have a great time in World of Warcraft and in your life, most importantly. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved one. And if you want to see me live and interact with me almost face to face, remember that I am streaming World of Warcraft on Twitch TV every Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're doing group content a lot of the time, chill content, and the evening there's of course the red or the mythic plus with my guild Starship. So you will find all the information below, obviously. You guys take care of yourself, take care of your loved one, and I will see you soon on Twitch or on YouTube. Bye everyone.